Hey everyone, how's it going? Good evening, or it's probably evening if you're in small groups, so, or morning if you're watching this at another time. If you're some random YouTuber who just jumped on, what's up? Welcome to our page. Hopefully you're gonna have a good time. Anyways, I don't know why I said that, but here we go. Let's talk about a couple things. We got a couple questions today, really great. We had an awesome Sunday. We talked about generous love. So it's a little bit different. We've been talking about generosity as a whole in this kind of series that we've been in, but talking about a lot of finances, other things. But specifically this weekend, we focused in on love, which was really cool. And they talked about the parable of the Good Samaritan, which is a great one of my favorites. But the first question we have, we're just gonna break the ice a little bit, get to know each other, have some fun. But the first question is, a personal story, maybe, from each of you. Can you remember a time when someone was crazy generous with their love towards you? It was unexpected. Someone was so generous with their love towards you. You felt so loved. Can you think of a time when someone was crazy generous with their love towards you, and would you share it with your small group? Ready, set, go. Okay, that was great. I can feel the love, yeah, whatever, okay, cool. So, second question that we have today, which is a good one. So, if you've never heard the parable of the Good Samaritans in Luke 10, pause real quick, read that. But now we're back. Hey, welcome back. The question we have here is, Jesus chose 4 characters, but really 3. So there's the priest, there's the Levite, or in some translations it says temple assistant, and then there's the Samaritan, and then the person who was beat up, or I guess there's more characters, the robbers. But so the person who was beat up, it was widely assumed that it was a Jewish person. And then we have a priest, a Levite, or a temple assistant, and a Samaritan. So the question is, and this is a little Bible study question, I guess. The question is, why did Jesus choose those characters? A priest, a Levite, or a temple assistant, a Samaritan, and a Jewish person. Why did Jesus choose those characters? Does it have any significance? Ready, set, go. And we're back. Those are some good questions. Some of them weren't so good. No, I'm just kidding. But we're gonna take it a step further. My dad actually came up with this question, so I thought it was pretty good. And we were talking about this earlier before filming this video. So I'm being a little goofy today. Sorry about it. We're having fun. Here's the thing. So we talked about why Jesus maybe picked all those characters. The next question that we have is, if Jesus told this story today, what characters might he choose? And I don't know that there's like a right answer here. It's just interesting to talk about. So who would be the priest? Who would be the Levite? Who would be the person beat up by the robbers? And who would be the hardest one? Who would be the Samaritan? So go ahead and talk about that. Who would the characters be in today's context? Ready, set, go. All right, we're back. Last question. I've enjoyed these questions and chatting it up with you. I've been listening into your combos, and they've been pretty good. So, but anyway, just kidding. The last question that we have here, which I think we probably started getting to with this question about who the Samaritan would be today. The question I'd love to ask you and ask myself and ask all of our groups is, personally, for each and every one of us, who might be the person that's kind of hard to love for us? And maybe it parallels to the Samaritan in this story. But for us, who's the type of person that's hard to love? And let me give some examples. It could be someone you know specifically, like your relatives or your in-laws, or I don't know. Or it could be, like, for a long time, if I could be transparent, for a long time it was really hard for me to give money to homeless folks, because I always thought, like, oh, you know, they're probably just going to use this on drugs and blow it anyways, or whatever. And I know sometimes it's better to give food and water and things like that, but at the end of the day, unconditional love doesn't have a condition. So if I'm going to love somebody, I just need to love them without necessarily always thinking about what they're going to do with my love. But so anyways, there's some examples, but it could be broader scale. It could be kind of our outlook on life, or maybe if you want to go there, kind of who's on the other side of the political spectrum from you that you really don't enjoy. I don't know, but here's the question. Who is the type of person or the person that you have a hard time loving? And then the second question would be, how do you get better at loving them? Because the story's pretty clear. We got to love everybody. So how do we get better at doing that? Ready, set, go. We'll see you next week.